Always. So, I have, I don't know if you guys have seen all of the controversy around early access games, or excuse me, games having an official release on a certain date, and then them charging money to release for you to be able to play it early, and they're calling that early access. Yeah, I'm not very happy. They did this in Diablo, and one of the things that really is starting to bother me is that it is becoming a thing. And to be fair, I made excuses as to why I did it back then. It was for my birthday, I had the money, blah, 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 whatever. It didn't matter. But the thing about it is that you get what you deserve. And it really does feel like this is just going to keep happening. And I'm not sure how much I actually care, to be quite honest. Because I'm like Space Marine, for instance. Space Marine 2, I am playing that on September 9th on the official release. And I don't really care that they're releasing it early. It does kind of suck because they're releasing it on a Friday, which has got to suck for, you know, people who have like real jobs and shit. So for me, it's just more of a, well, that sucks for people that aren't me kind of deal. And everybody else could just kind of, because like it's not going to affect me. I'm gonna stream it the day it officially releases, and it's not going to be that big of a deal. And but it still bothers the hell out of me that this is where we're at now. We're paying 20 extra bucks to play a game early. And I mean, let's be real, it's been like this for a good while. Why is there so much water everywhere? I don't remember what's going on with the water. Like, is it ice? Is that what's going on? Did ice melt? I think that's what happened. Ice melted somewhere. Somewhere, somehow. Yes, we have pips. Pipsies. Pipsies. Yeah, I just wanted to just say something about it because it's so ridiculous. And I mean, here's the thing, dude, is like if you're making a video game and you know that you can make, you know, millions of extra dollars just by releasing the game by allowing players who have more money to play the game early, why would you not? Early. Yeah, early. So I don't know, man. It's one of those deals where I don't know how we're gonna combat this. I would say that such a thing should be like illegal, but that doesn't really jive. You know what I mean? Because it's like it definitely hits the wrong way. So I don't really know what we're to do about it. So it's got to be what it is the bathroom with leaking water. Yeah, because of this pipe that's busted. Because apparently I need to put another heater in there. Anyway, so this is my new colony. I started it up because I wanted to try out this new technique of stacking these bad boys vertically, rather than making them horizontal. And I still had to go horizontal at first, but as you can see, I'm starting to repurpose a lot of this. We've got our engine room. We're burning through coal pretty rapidly. But so far, it's not been so bad. We're doing okay. The thing I'm worried about right now is water. And we're about to get some more water right here because we found a cool steam geyser, which is great. There's probably a saltwater geyser up here. And basically I've been tunneling out ice around the map, and I've been putting it in here. Like look at how much ice is in this like one square. Like it's kind of ridiculous how much ice is in there. 24 tons, 23 tons, 22 tons. So I basically found a really good use for this. Hang on a second. This bad boy right here. So the auto dispenser So basically, you hook power up to it, and then so if you've got power up to it, whatever you put in it is then thrown on the floor, which sounds kind of dumb until you realize you can't actually make your dudes put an object in a very specific place unless they put it in an actual container. So I'd have to put a container right here, which I can't build on top of my heater. But what I can do is I can... See, let me get the sandstone again. That's a lot of sandstone. Holy crap. Anyway, but... So basically this allows me to toss it into a singular square without having to be able to build the conveyor loader, which I cannot build because I do not have a person that has the ability. Nobody has Metatronic engineering because it requires both of these stats. I believe... Who is it? Is it you? No. John? No, it's not you. Joshua. Meep? Meep, right here. He's almost got it. He's almost got it. Rin, let's see. Super duper digging or copter? We'll do super duper digging. Stinky is getting up there. By the way, I have a guy named Rin and Stinky. Rin and Stinky. I'm just gonna throw that out there. We're gonna keep on going. Keep on trucking. Now see, this is cool. Has Metatronic. It kind of sucks because you can't build the conveyor belt without Metatronics engineering. But if you have Metatronics engineering and you're anything other than a constructor, you're going to suck at building them. It's going to take you forever to build that stuff. Maybe it's better for the conveyors. It's probably a good thing. I'm probably going to end up having to get these guys the thing anyway. So yeah, I've got a giant power bank here, which is cool. So now all of my power, I can literally just run them like this, which is actually quite useful. It's still quite convoluted in some areas where I kind of messed it up and I had to use a bunch of bridges, but I figured it out and we got it done. And we've got so much, like I don't have to just run wires all over the place for it to be able to actually do what I want, which I'm very happy about. Very happy about. And like I said, I've been getting all the snow and polluted ice so that we can essentially dump it right here and have it melt. Hopefully it melts quickly. The ideal temperature for this thing is 85. I don't know how to change that, but it is what it is. And I even made my pump a gold pump so that it wouldn't overheat once it hits 75 degrees now. So, see the water is like 82 and it's working just fine. We've got our polluted water going on over here. So eventually I'm going to be able to, turn all of this into regular water. Let me see. Let's go copper. I am like absolutely absorbed in this fucking game right now. It is kind of crazy. Okay, so if I want to turn this bad boy into a great hall, I need a fancy decor item. Do I have I do have a fancy decor item. Let's throw one there. Hanging pots are probably not gonna be a good idea. It's too bad you can't use like hanging heaters and stuff. Wait, hang on. Can you put a healer on the fucking ceiling? No, okay. You can't rotate it. I was like, can you do that? Because that would be freaking awesome. We can put an ice block in here. No, that's interesting. There's no place to actually put it. Yeah, I should really do this in here. Yeah, that way I can get rid of that and I can hang trim and all kinds of other stuff. I think a great hall can be much, much bigger, right? A mess hall could be 64 tiles. Max is 64 tiles, but a great hall can be a max of 120 tiles. So, let me see. Is this a fancy decor? I don't know what is considered a fancy decor item. Does it say? I'm assuming it says it here. I think it would say, right? I think it says it on the thing. Recreational building. We go to research. Are we actually researching anything right now? I don't think we are. See, it just says moderately increases decor. Moderately increases decor. Increases decor. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and research this. That'll be fine. Is that... That's not metal, is it? No, no, no. Large sculpting block. What else do we need? The artificial friend might be a good one. We've got a lot of metal and a lot of energy, so it's probably going to be pretty good. I've got so much copper, it's not even funny, dude. It's so not even funny. Oh my goodness. Oh, dude, I know a way to heat that stuff up. I know a way to heat that water up. Oh yeah, yeah. What we do is we put airflow tiles right here, and then we put the smelter right here, and we have the water drop right on top of it. Dude, my water's gonna be so fucking hot, it's not even gonna be funny, man. Yeah, I'm gonna do it too. I'm so gonna do it. I am so gonna do it. I'm absolutely gonna do this. This is gonna be hilarious. Yeah, we're gonna do it once we get the research done. So now we're just chilling. Right? Trying to mop up my water spill that was from somewhere. I don't know where that was from. That's just so weird. Let me see. Oh, you know, one of the things that I have yet to set up is an actual room that makes oxygen. And one of the reasons is because I don't feel like I have enough water to justify making the electrolyzers. I've got so much metal that I'm like floating in it. You know something else I wish there was an ability to do? When you go to sweep, that you could filter by item. So I want to sweep up all the ice and snow. That's what I want to do. So what we do is we go this way. I want to be able to get to that ice. And it's just one of these deals where I'm going to do this. Oh, this is something else I wanted to show you guys. Check this shit out. So I have... Girl. This girl right here. This girl right here. I want you to look at her. Look at her. You see them tiny little arms? You see them tiny little arms? Look at this. Look at this girl. Look at this girl. Where is it? There's a stat. Is it under properties? Max carrying capacity. Right here. 2,040 kilograms. And the reason is because she's got both improved carry, 1 and 2. She's got base duplicate strength, and she has plus to strength. So when I got her, she had even more strength. Insanity. Insanity. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do priorities. We're gonna do cleaning. We're gonna get the mopping done. Go back here and go put it down on 5. Put priorities again. We'll put it on 8, and I'm gonna redo all of the sweeping, and I'm gonna make it level 8. Is there any? Nope. Okay, no ice. Maybe it was ice from up here that melted. It might be. It could have been what it was as well. I'm like, yeah, I'm just like, what the hell, dude? All right, we're gonna cancel all those. We're gonna mop 9 skadoosh. Yeah, I really don't know what the hell that was. Well, there's a bunch of ice and snow here. Sweep. Sweep. It does suck to have to do it like this, but I don't want to have to sweep up everything. I can just come back and do it like this. There we go. Looking for food. Now, what exactly do I need to feed these guys? Arbor tree and thimble reeds. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make it much warmer to be able to grow those. I was hoping they would be able to do it themselves with their, like, uncanny ability to do cool shit without supervision. You know, planting stuff. I thought he may be able to do it. I don't know if that's going to be the case, because there's a bunch of plants up here, and I was hoping they'd be able to. I got millwood seeds, and I got briar seeds, and I got basically every seed that I can possibly put up here is going right here. So, and they're just going to drop it. And I don't know if that's going to be okay or not. Sweep. Sweep. It's very tedious. Very tedious. And we can uproot. Uproot. Gotta be careful of not getting scalded. Jingtaba's greetings and salutations. How's it going, buddy? Sorry I missed that. I get so, like, sucked into this. I apologize. Love your face, man. It's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. He's a tiny baby. A teeny tiny baby. And one of the reasons I shut these off is because I needed to... I basically am trying to save water because my water table is so low. Now, it's still a lot of water, but I'm very scared of running out. We're gonna wrangle you. That muckroot. Bluff briar. Is there nothing... Yeah, it doesn't appear that there is. I was like, is there nothing that I can give to my pips? The thing about it is I didn't want to... How are we doing up here? 45, 62 degrees. Damn, 46. I mean, they want it, so why not? Probably should get an incubator, right? Do I have an incubator yet? I don't believe I do. No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. All right, boys. Let's get some cleaning done today, shall we? Please. Please, good sir. Oh, Paul Chan, 14, raiding with a party of 5. Greetings and salutations, Paul Chan. And raiders, welcome to the Tango Hotel. Thank you very much for the raid, my dude. That's so freaking awesome of you. My good sir. 'Tis a pleasure, my friend. 'Tis a pleasure. All right, what are we doing? Am I doing a thing? I think I'm doing a thing. Are we doing a thing? We're doing a thing. I am currently researching art. Yes, that's right. Art. Oh, we got ice down here too. Lovely. Lovely. How's our calories doing? Not so great. Not so great. Why? We're out of water. Oh shit. I just realized. Well, I did start another farm, so it's not that big of a deal. Of course they're now too hot. Of course they're too hot. I let them go for far too long. Okay, we're just gonna cut that off. Wow, dude, 37 degrees. I was not paying attention. Holy crap, that is not cool. We might die. That might be a mistake that kills me. Jinx says you're a veteran. What service? I am. I'm a veteran of the United States Navy, good sir. This game looks awesome. It is. And if you have the ability to do epic side quests all the time and have hyper focus, this is definitely a game that will like pull you in and never let you go. Because there never feels like there's a downtime, a down point. You know, even in every game, like there's some point at which the story like shifts. There's a little bit of, you know, there's a break here and there. This thing is just go all the time, which is why I like it. Worked in Joint Command for a few months. Nice. Army National Guard, though I did deploy to an NSA. An NSA? I don't know what that acronym stands for. I was a nuclear mechanic on board of submarines, so I'm a submariner. I hate that word. I hate that word. And I don't like any of these guys because they all have a singular thing. And to be fair, my colony is big enough right now, so we'll grab the oxalite and we'll get some free oxygen, which will be great. Oh, you actually can move these things. Oh. Well. I feel dumb. I mean, you have to do it manually, so. 12, 13C. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run me some airflow vents right there, so we can get some, you know, between the barracks rooms. Like, what I want to know is, why haven't you mopped the kitchen? Like, oh, that's why, because I didn't put it on a high enough priority. It was totally not my fault for my deployment. I was in Bahrain. Oh, got it. Naval support activity. Roger. See, for me, naval support activity was getting up in the sail of the submarine and banging on the hull with a gigantic fucking hammer. Yep. Oh, and why? Because the submarine's too quiet and it would be unfair in war games. I mean, we had to let the British surface ships like actually be able to see us. You know what I'm saying? Because it would just be unsportsmanlike to do otherwise. Yes. I mean, to be fair, I didn't mind it. Being a nub on a submarine, it sucks ass, and so you get a lot of pent up anger. And I'm quite a violent guy, to be quite honest. Even though I don't execute violence very often, I really wish I could. Now here's the question: is it maintaining the heat because of the ones below it? I think it is. So let's turn these off as well, and we'll see where we go. I'll put them right on top of the heaters. It should work, right? Why is there ice in here? That's so weird. So very weird. This game is 80% babysitting. Yes. But like I said, it definitely messes. Bro, that's what it is. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. No. All of my storage has ice in it. Oh, no. That's why it's doing that. They're all melting. No. God. Oh, save me. Save me. Is that ice? It looks like ice. I'm gonna do something about that. All right, hang on. All right, we got some there. Pretty sure these are my coal bins. Yeah, these are my coal bins. Good. Is this a coal bin? Got coal. Do. Put a 9 on that bad boy. Or, you know, we'll just go 6. Is coal on these? It is. So I need to. Well, I mean, if this has a higher. These have higher ratings, then they should work better. I love the art for this game, though. Oh, it is. It is a great art style. This is how you get away with not great graphics. Is you have like a singular, like vision for your art style, and it can make the game, dude. It can so make the game. It's like a lot of MMOs. Pantheon, you know, for all of its faults, is definitely. I definitely feel like they actually made a good move. go ahead and converting to a different art style. Because the problem was that the hyper-realistic vibe that they were going for already looked dated, right? It was already looking dated. And so the fact that they were able to, they switched over to a more, it would be, you would call it a more cartoon, but I would say stylized. Because it's definitely not like WoW in the same super stylized way. But it's close. Oh, I love it. Target temperature reached. Can you not change the target temperature? Can I not put it right below boiling? Can we not do that? I mean, it is 84, so. So how long does it take 24.9 tons of ice to melt? Let's find out. It does not appear to be changing temperature all that much. Also don't see any snow, which is weird. What was that? Somebody did a thing, didn't they? Did somebody do a thing? I think somebody did a thing. I did sort of the same thing with Don't Starve. Yes, Don't Starve was great. I didn't like it nearly as much. I love Lovecraftian horror, but I don't know what it is about games like this, but I like them to make more sense than not, and it felt so wacky with all of its like tech and stuff. It really didn't feel, I don't know, man. I couldn't get into it as much as I can like this game. And it might be because this game feels more science-y-ish, and I'm a fucking nerd, and I can definitely, you know, bend reality more than enough to let technobabble take over. If you know what I'm saying? It's more fun with friends. Yes, I agree. I agree. And I did have a friend I played it with, but not so much longer. So, yeah, it doesn't look like my pips are gonna be doing anything with any of this nonsense. I really don't know. I mean, I might as well have tried, right? Don't I need to grow? What is it? What else is it they eat? Thimble arbor trees. Arbor trees. Arbor trees require CO2 and polluted water. And I haven't even seen an arbor tree. So basically, I'm gonna have to get them as. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get them as printables. Is it dormant? Okay, it's just idle. More coal, more coal. Yeah, we are actually tearing through the coal pretty quick, but I mean, I'm pretty much running on coal power right now, so it sucks, but it is what it is. And at least I have a way of dealing with the CO2, so there's that. Yeah, my cousin was in the Signal Corps in the Army National Guard. He quite enjoyed it for a little while, anyway. But as usual, like with most people, including myself, the military. I don't know, man. It feels like. I mean, I think it's always been this way because my mom even said it was this way. She was in the Army as well, and my uncle, who was in World War II, my great uncle, who was in World War II, it was this way. But it really does feel like the military pushes away some of its best people if they're not just like so gung-ho military, nothing will make them stop, right? Because there are people who are like, no matter how bad it is, they'll push through because that's exactly what they want to do, yada yada yada. They either have no other better options, or it's like they feel like compelled to do this exact thing and be in the military to do it. If you're not that, then a lot of people just end up getting out of the military because it sucks ass. And not in the, oh, it's hard work. It's not that. It's that people can legally like abuse you mentally, physically, and there's not much you can do about it. It's just, oh, he's a chaplain. Says good experience for the most part. Yep. And it really came to light on the submarine because we had on my boat we had a bunch of older dudes, but we also, you know, there was a lot of guys on the boat who would not like. It's a thing that if you are new to the submarine, then you get hazed, and it's not like super bad, but you're called a nub, essentially, non-useful body. You're given shit duties. You have to every submariner has to like work in the kitchen, but specifically doing dishes and serving people. That's not the bad part. That actually I think is really good, because when you start your career as a submariner, which is what I use the word. I hate submariner. It's such a dumbass word. Anyway, but you start your career on the submarine serving your brothers and getting to know people. This is how you get to know everybody. And for the most part, people are cool with you when you do that. Nobody is allowed to treat you like shit when you're doing like when you're on the mess deck, serving people and washing dishes and shit like that. That's just not allowed. It's not until after you get done with that and you go like actually do your real job that people are allowed to treat you like absolute garbage. And for the most part, nothing will happen to them about it. And it's kind of messed up. And some people just can't handle that level of bullshit all the time, right? You think, oh well, you know, it's essentially like, can you handle this being on a submarine in the super stressful environment? It's like there's some truth to that, but on the other hand, it's also a cop out. I just realized I still don't have water. Bluff. How the hell am I going to get over this? Well, okay, so pardon me for interrupting my own thoughts, but you know, it is what it is, right? We're gonna remove both of these. But, and I mean, I have no doubt that it was actually worse in the past when you were literally allowed to physically abuse people, because I've definitely heard the stories of, you know, wrenches getting thrown at people and all kinds of other stupid shit. Let's just build each other up and be supportive. Yes, I got fed up with drama and entry unit command. Oh, dude, it's so stupid, isn't it? I mean, the like rivalry between submarines and you know, submarine groups was okay, because mostly it was just stupid fun, right? So a lot like, you know, becoming a shellback, and you know, they do the ceremony when you cross the equator and shit, or being a golden shellback and actually like everybody, you know, gets to do the thing, and it's just really cool, you know, because all the officers dress up and everybody like does the thing. It's great, you know. And when there's a lot of stuff that's really, really wholesome and good about submarine culture. Most of it is quite good. But the nub thing is, in my opinion, is not actually, it's not as bad as some people make it out to be, because some people do need to be bullied to be able to do to get them to become the person that they could be if they gave their all, right? There are some people who need that extra little bit of oomph to get it done. That is true. But Stinky, are you oh shit, he's stuck. Okay, he's not. He's not stuck. Okay, thank God. Whew. I was about to lose my fucking mind. All right. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that, so when you get aboard a submarine, you're called a non-useful body. You're a nub. And people mess with you, and it's because you still have to get qualified, right? So all the normal things that you, like your normal duties aboard a submarine, why did you disconnect the power from my pump, bro? I am so confused by this. Anywho. So there's a lot of stuff that you have to deal with, and a lot of it is not that bad. But there are some people, like I said, who are allowed to like take it too far, and the culture was changing by the time I got to the submarine. There were a lot of dudes, yeah, they'd call you a nub, they'd mess with you a little bit, but for the most part, that would be about it, right? It was just giving you a little bit of shit, and there wasn't much more to it than that. Where are you guys going? Oh, okay. I was like, why are you going across here though? It's so weird. Let's dig all this shit up, shall we? Is there a button to just harvest? There it is. Oh, wait, no. No, there's not. I meant uproot, not harvest. You literally have to destroy the ground under them to be able to build like that. National Guard had civilian careers outside. Bit more distant between officers and enlisted, from my perspective, in the Navy. You're correct. But that's because you probably dealt with a bunch of surface. Almost said it, but it didn't. I almost said the F slur, but it didn't. But anyway, and you're correct, because in the surface fleet, it's something that I was like blown away by, was the fact that so many dude, it has to be so low, man. I really, is there a better way to get water from this? Other than literally having it pumped into a small... That's it. That's what we do. That's what we do. We do this. We put it at the proper height. Okay. We build... this. Hear me out, hear me out. They disconnected the water too? Dude, bruh. Bruh, you're killing me. Can I build this here? No, it'll block the thing. Okay. So that means I need to wait till that's done. So basically gonna create a little chamber for water under the thing, so that I can, let's do it like this. Yeah. So that way I can get water. Because this is so fucking annoying. I can't even, bro. I can't even. But in the surface dwellers, yes, surface fleet. So in the submarine force, because it's so tiny, the submarine, and you are working such close proximity to officers, it's much closer. Now we do have the whole, you know, fraternization thing. That's still not good. You should not do that kind of deal. But basically the way it's done in the submarine force is, you know, fraternization is bad. You know you'll get in trouble for it. Act accordingly. But because you live in such close quarters, you like I would often cuss out my division officer, and he would often cuss me out, and it was all in good fun. Just us making fun of one another. You know what I mean? Just doing stupid stuff like that. All right, we need to build some type of like hospital thing going on here. Where we got any space for this bullshit? I kind of don't want to do it here. I could do it on the other side of the mess hall. I mean, but it's yeah, we should probably just go ahead and throw down some beds, right? At the very least, like 2 beds, and then we'll create a wall here for the lulls, right? You know, all the lulls. But yeah, because it was so close knit, it was a lot easier to fall into the trap of. It was a lot easier to fall into the trap of the of fraternization. But it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't really that big of a deal on a submarine. But we were a lot closer because of that. So, and we also had a lot of, I wouldn't call it team building exercises. It's not really what it boils down to. But because we did a lot more shit together, like my life literally depended on everybody on my submarine. Right? it was that kind of deal, because it's one of those things. It's like one of the highest stress jobs in the military is being on a submarine. And one of the reasons that that is the case is because the threat level of danger is constant all the time. Like if you were to deploy to like the desert, obviously it's more dangerous when you're getting bullets flung at you. Hands down, no comparison, especially considering the death rate. But a submarine is a gigantic machine that tries to kill you every day. And that's the mantra that I was taught going into the submarine force. The boat will try to kill you every day. Your job is to ensure that it fails. And you got to remember, it only has to succeed one time. You have to succeed every time. And so it definitely built this like camaraderie that a lot of the officer enlisted didn't have in any of the other parts of the service. There were many times where I talked to surface guys about their officers and stuff, and they would, or their chiefs, that would be the E7s and above, and how if you were broke down on the side of the road, they wouldn't even stop to, you know, help you, let alone, you know, do anything else for you. Oh wait, we need to do it like that so that I can have this here. And I remember that, and it's like, but I could call my chief. I could call any of the chiefs on my boat at any time, and they would absolutely 100% like pick up the phone and talk to me if I needed someone to talk to for whatever reason. Like that's just how it was. And so it kind of blew me away, because I thought that was the way it was everywhere else, just a little bit more disconnected. It's like, no, that's not how it is ever. That's not how it is hardly anywhere in the military, except for the submarine force. We got some hospital beds getting done. Soon. Kind of more don't kill each other in the tin can we all live in. Something like that, yes. And I mean, especially when you're an engineering guy. I need a mess table, toilet. Okay, so we need a table. Was it furniture? Furniture. Bam. So in engineering, it's even crazier than that, because if I wanted to, or if it's not like if I wanted to. Oh, fluff. We're gonna have to do something kind of crazy to make this work. Gonna be ladders all day, boys, all day. It's because of this right here. I probably should move this room over one, or we could just move this down one entirely, right? Yeah, I think we're gonna end up doing that. I'm gonna have to remove that. Anyway, yeah, so it was definitely a different vibe aboard the submarine because of that. And it really made me appreciate the fact that, like, one of the other things that this is gonna sound kind of bad, because there's no way to really say it without sounding bad. One of the more interesting aspects of being on a submarine that I had was the fact that it's all male. There are having no females on the entire boat was actually one of the things I liked most about it. And one of the reasons is because when I went through training, boot camp, and all that other stuff, I had an all-male boot camp division. There were females there. But I interacted with the fairer sex all throughout my schooling. And it was fine. It's not that. It's what it has to do with more is the fact that when you get young men and young women together in groups, then you have this dynamic that basically turns them all into idiots. And so they do stupid ass things that they wouldn't normally do if they didn't have that component of sexual tension. Like, I've actually seen, you know, officers and... Hang on a second. Philip Jobin? Dude, what's up, buddy? For some reason, my chat is not working. I apologize for not talking to you. There we go. My bad, dude. The scuttling block is not going to work for a great haul. Okay, cool. Future-proofing your power grid at cycle 42. Wow, dude, that's expert level. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. Ice block would work, though? Okay, cool. I think... Do I have it yet? No. We do not. Okay, that's fine. But the fact that there was none of that bullshit on the submarine really, we didn't have to share heads. So, because there's only so few bathrooms, and so every time a female came aboard, we literally had to give up one of our bathrooms because we must be segregated, and they obviously should be. There is no world in which I believe that we shouldn't have segregated bathrooms. Oh my goodness. I was a combat unit. Yeah, my basic training was all male. We had a few female soldiers join us for advanced. Yeah. And in training, it's not so bad. But the thing about it is, like I said, I have seen a group of females that were officers and enlisted, right? And it's like high school again, where they're all in a corner giggling at a bunch of dudes who are like doing handstands and cartwheels. And I mean, obviously they're like jacked army guys, right? So, and they're like dumb as rocks, all of them. So there's this whole like fracturization thing going on, and they're not even aware they're doing it. That's how bad it can be. And I didn't really understand it truly until I got aboard the submarine, and none of that shit was there. None of it. And I mean, obviously there were gay sailors, but nobody cared. And they obviously weren't trying to get anything, you know, on the boat. So it was like, yeah, it was definitely just next level kind of experience. Do I have... Shit. Okay, so we need to cancel that. That's what happened last time, is when I went to go destruction. Oh, I should have gone buildings right here. Right here. Buildings. Bam. There you go. And then we go... Are we still doing the buildings? We're still doing the buildings, yes? Yes, okay. Electrical... I gotta go through and make sure I didn't screw some stuff up. It's gonna be real bad. Yeah, it's a bad combo, and that's the thing for me. It's like, obviously, women should be allowed to serve in the military. Combat roles is a whole nother deal. We don't need to get into that. But I do believe there is benefit to segregating the sexes from one another. And one of the biggest, in my opinion, is the... Why does the... Oh, because I don't have water? Is there no water? Okay. One of the biggest reasons is because the... I still don't know why the ice isn't melting, though. One of the biggest is for the safety of the female military members. It was insane how much like sexual harassment training we had in the military. And the conclusion that I've come to is basically this, is that the vast majority of men absolutely know that it's wrong to do those things. Like 100% there is... Why is there a move to command here? What is that for? I have no idea what that's for. One of the things that... Yeah, so... It's like everybody, almost all men, know what is acceptable and what is not when it comes to that kind of thing. And there are a few awkward dudes. I grant you that. That is absolutely a thing. However, I believe that the vast majority of the misunderstandings are more dudes who are pretending to be ignorant and are actually being somewhat malevolent. And then there are the guys who are actually malevolent, which make up about, I want to say about 8 to 10% of the male population are the truly malevolent ones who want to do really bad things. And yeah, it's not great. It's not so great. All right, take it easy, buddy. Just got back from walking the dog. Gotta get some sleep. Take it easy, man. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Good talking to you, man. And so, like I said, this is, and to be fair, I was raised by women. So my mom and my grandmother and my aunts and stuff. I had men in my life, but I was raised by women. So I feel like I'm a lot more cognizant of the emotional state of people around me. It's always felt easier for me, even though I'm like half autistic or whatever, to read a room more so than other men. But I really do feel sometimes like they're faking it, because it's like, it's not hard. it's not that hard to tell if a woman is uncomfortable with your presence that you should probably shut the fuck up and go away, kind of deal. That they're not really wanting to put up with your shit right now, kind of thing. So I mean, like I said, maybe it's because I was raised by women and I'm more cognizant of it, and that's always been a thing. But yeah, it's always felt like a bad excuse for me. Now, obviously, there are dudes who are awkward and autistic and all this other stuff where they really don't have the ability to actually do those things. But I don't believe that is the majority of dudes at all. I believe it's a very, very, very few men are truly like that. I think most men don't care, which that's not malevolence, that's apathy. And so they don't care if they're being rude, they don't care if they're bothering someone, but they're not going to take it beyond that, right? They're not going to take it beyond that. Oh, I'm bothering you? Well, I don't care. I'm going to continue to stand here and talk, and if you don't like it, you can leave, kind of deal. Which is not nice, but it's not like, rapey, so. You know what I mean? But then there's, like I said, there's that small subset of men who are like pseudo-malevolent or actually malevolent, and they use the awkward excuse or the not understanding emotional states and pushing it way too far so that they can get what they want. And like I said, it's probably only about 10% of men, but it always feels, and I despise it, because it never, there's no way to win this argument, because there's no argument to win. But when people say, or when it is said that teach men not to rape, it's like, bruh, like, we know. We absolutely know. Every one of us knows. But about 10% of us, maybe 8, don't care. Like, that's the problem. And the real problem is only about, I'd say about half of the men in that 10% are actually have that vibe where you can instantly tell that they're a bad dude. And then there's another half of those who look like everybody else. So they're able to blend in and hide in the normal civilization to where you can't tell that they're, bad dudes. And the thing that bothers me the most is the M&M analogy, where it's like, oh, if you had a bowl full of M&Ms and you knew 10% were poison, you wouldn't eat any of the M&Ms, would you? Or would you eat any of the M&Ms? And I'm like, you're correct. I would not eat those M&Ms. However, men are people, not M&Ms. So, yeah. It's just like, only about 5 to 8% of women are going to try to destroy your life or, make false accusations against you that you did some bad things to them. So only about 5 to 8% of the bowl of M&Ms is poisonous. Are you still gonna eat it? Right? It's like anytime you swap the other foot or do any of that other stuff, it always sounds sexist. It's just like the race stuff, but they don't care because they're sexist, they're racist, they just don't give a fuck, right? All they want to be able to do is be able to do bad things to people and feel good about it. That's essentially what that boils down to. So it's just like the people who are racist toward white people, but say you can't be racist toward black people. It's a very similar vibe, where it's that moral high ground where I can be an absolutely evil person. I can commit evil, which feels good, but I can lie to myself and pretend I'm a morally good person by doing this evil act. As a woman, I feel like a lot of women are like that too. I wish people would stop engineering SA. Yes, dude. See, one of the reasons I have what it is because of my own lived experience. There was a girl, and I call her a girl because I would never call this bitch a woman, that I went to school with. Luckily, she wasn't in my class. She was in the class ahead of me by a different SLLP and everything. SLPO, excuse me. Section Leading Petty Officer. Anyway. And she had made several sexual assault allegations against a bunch of different dudes. Several different dudes, excuse me. So I'm not trying to exaggerate. I'm by the point that I'm talking about, we're talking like 3 or 4 maybe at this point. And then there's this dude that's her friend, like actually her friend. And he's like an actual nice guy. You can tell by how he interacts with her. He almost never touches her. He always makes sure she's comfortable. Like, he is very aware of her emotional state, that kind of deal. And the reason I say all of this is because they're not gonna, do I have the egg thing? The reason I say all this is because she accused that guy of sexual assault. And I witnessed it. So I had to testify at his mass hearing. That would be Article 16, NJP, non-judicial punishment. I had to testify to what I saw. And they had been friends for months, right? They were always together, and they were never a couple. Like, it was always platonic. And this interaction that I saw was, she was sad about fucking something. I don't remember what it was, and it was right before Christmas break. And he literally put his hand, they were sitting cross-legged in front of one another, Indian style, and their knees were touching, right? And he put his hand on her leg, right at her knee, and like patted it ever so gently to be like, that's okay. You're okay. and then their conversation continued, and that was it. That was the entire interaction. 2 weeks later, when we got back from Christmas break, 3 weeks later, excuse me, she filed a sexual assault charge against him for that interaction.